And OMG guys. I cannot believe that the Australian turtle strategy has been cancelled, lol. Welcome to the Risk Forever channel guys, the channel which shares the most relevant tips and tricks on how to win at Risk, and improve your rank in no time. Subscribe to the channel and you won't even see how fast you will become so much better at Risk. Push that notification bell to see new videos first. This is your host Champion Ever. And today we are playing 4-player fixed card game on the New Zealand and Australia map. Settings, alliances on, balance blitz dice rolls in 60 seconds per turn. This time I'm playing against 2 beginner rank players who are yellow and blue, and 1 intermediate rank player who is orange. This is my first time playing on this map, so wish me best of luck guys. I will definitely need it playing with low rank players. May the good blitz rolls be on my side today. So as you can see, I decided to go for South Island, the region I had the most troops in. Also it was basically the only region I could potentially expect to capture soon, as obviously the Victoria and Tasmania region will be captured by blue. The yellow player already put some troops into the North Island region, and talking about the Queensland region, well honestly guys, it would have been impossible to capture it with so many other player troops, and even with making alliances with them it would have still taken a good amount of time to do it. And finally this region has so many borders, so it would be impossible to hold it getting into a conflict with any of the players, or for some player just simply wanting to attack me. So anyways, it's the time to get South Island, which if I successfully hold, is going to give 4 extra troops for me, or the same amount of troops the orange player is going to get from the Western Australia region. So if nobody invades us, then we will be growing equally strong. And the blue player is going to get 5 additional troops for the region he's just captured, or in other words 1 troop more than orange and me each. So even if nobody invades blue, it's not a big problem at all. I mean, anybody of us could invade blue now, but nobody of us wants to do the dirty work for others getting an enemy, right? So the blue player might be lucky, I don't know. And no idea about yellow's region. He captured the last territory in it like just to only get a card. He didn't fortify any troops into it, so maybe he won't even care if somebody invades him, and at the same time anybody might not really hesitate to invade him as well. Well, it won't be me guys. I don't want to have any enemies while I don't have any troops advantage at all comparing to other players, and getting into the conflict with someone would just drastically hurt mine and that opponent's chances of winning in case they retaliate. The yellow player has 2 different armies of 5 and 8 troops next to my borders respectively. So I'm a little bit afraid to mess up with him, especially taking into the account that he could trade in a set at any given moment, making a huge damage to me. He didn't accept my alliance, but he is being a nice person by not attacking me into the South Island, so no need to potentially irritate him, as then he could consider attacking me too. But the person who accepted my alliance request is blue, so currently he's the person who I trust the most. So if I had an opportunity to eliminate one of the players, then of course it would rather be orange or yellow. And talking about orange, I didn't send her an alliance request at all, because I didn't see any reason for it. Differently than yellow and blue, orange didn't have any troops near to me, well besides the ones in the North Island, but since she's captured Western Australia, which is very far from me, I assume that she will be trying to do something over there, rather than doing something around me. And I was right, so I'm very glad that I didn't send an alliance request to her. It could be bad to make an alliance with someone you don't really need, because if that person sends you multiple attack requests to attack someone, and you don't follow any single one of them, then that person could not really trust you that much anymore, seeing that you're not helping them at all, especially if that person is low ranked. And in result it might be way harder to play for you when it will come to the 3-player situation with that person. So I would say it's better just to make alliances with the players you see as needed, like neighboring players for example, so they wouldn't attack you or even guard against you much, rather than with absolutely everyone. as alliances mostly matter just for the first turns they were made after anyways. Later on they could be more or less forgotten or not that much appreciated anymore as they were when they were just made, if you haven't been really doing anything together much. So it's better to send them later, when it's needed, and then try doing something seriously gaining a lot of that person's trust. But of course, if someone sends you one, then it's better to accept it anyways, so that person will know that you won't be their enemy. Anyways, I'm really glad that the yellow player invaded blue. It was probably a bad decision for him as the balance of the game was sustained anyways, and since he is the weakest player, he is really increasing his chances of getting eliminated first by fighting with blue. So unless the yellow player is very good allies with the orange player and if the orange player attacks blue into his continents as well, as if they both team up, then they will make the blue player as the weakest player, so the player, who has the most chances of getting eliminated first, will become blue instead of yellow. But I guess yellow isn't that much of good of an allies with orange, or even isn't an ally at all, so I think his decision to invade blue can highly backfire him. As the blue player could have gotten mad, but who knows. Anyways, as you saw, the orange player sent me an alliance request and I gladly accepted it. And I mean, now we have a much better reason to be allies, after me capturing the Victoria and Tasmania region, as it's the region which neighbors with South Australia, or the region the orange player wants to go for, and of course with Western Australia, or the region the orange player currently has. But I mean, I don't know guys, the orange player has never added any of the troops on this border anyways. So I could guess that the orange player doesn't even know that this line, between these regions, connects them, meaning that through that line the players could attack each other. As I cannot really guess any other reason on why she hasn't ever added any troops there, while properly and strongly guarding all her two other borders. Anyways, I really like that the yellow player left his army over here, next to blue. Meaning that he might attack blue again. And it will be good as I will be the only person who has two regions, well, at least until the orange player captures a second region as well. And OMG guys. I cannot believe that the orange player attacked blue, lol. That is so good, that is so good. As when two players fight, the third one wins. So there's the only problem that we have the fourth player, yellow. But in case orange and blue actually fights each other, then he shouldn't be a problem as well, as I will just simply destroy him. I've already become so much stronger than him, and additionally he hasn't even captured any region yet. Well, unfortunately my armies aren't positioned to fully take him out. But at least before he traded in a set and added even more troops to the North Island, I could clear him out from here and take that island for myself. Since the orange and blue players are probably mad on each other, I don't think they are going to invade me, so unless the yellow player retaliates by himself. And oh no guys. Wait, phew. For one moment, I really thought that the blue player knows about the balance of the game and seeing that I have even 3 regions, decided to betray me, but apparently he just wanted to invade his enemy orange, and the easiest way to do it was through me. Or unless he wanted to invade both of us, I don't know. Or the third option could have been that he wanted to invade me, and additionally unleash Orange's army, so she would attack me as well. But no, as we can see, Orange's biggest army wasn't blocked. So I think it's the first option. Well, it could have been the second option too, but I would like to hope that it's better not, as I still want that the blue player stayed as a loyal ally. At least I will stay as an ally for sure, well, if he doesn't invade me into my 2 other regions too. As in that case then it would be clear that he doesn't take our alliance quite seriously anymore. So let's see. Alright, he is just recapturing his old region it seems. And yeah, he's just ended his turn. Phew. But what about the orange player, will she still be an ally after me having even 3 regions? Let's see guys. And OMG guys. She is still continuing to attack a very poor player called blue, lol. And that's a really big mistake. As you shouldn't attack another player who only has 1 region as you, while there's a stronger player who even has 3 regions and gets basically the same number of troops each turn as both of you combined. So you're just making all the dirty work for him by destroying each other. And to expect something from yellow would just be dumb when he's barely alive, meaning that even if he attacks me, then I will just simply take him out of the game. So in that case he would just sacrifice himself for 2 other players' good. And since probably they would still be fighting each other, all of his efforts would go in vain. Orange and blue could only afford fighting each other if the yellow player balanced me out. But obviously while he gets only 3 troops while I even 15, it's impossible for him to do that. And another case in which they could afford fighting each other, as if I were as weak as the yellow player too, not having any regions at all too. But I even have 3 of them, / sometimes 2. But that doesn't really matter, as by fighting each other they will just give the game away for me. I really see the victory coming my way soon. Well, they still have a few turns to do something until it's too late. So better they would make an alliance with each other and let hold regions for each other. As if they just keep destroying each other, then I will just simply eventually have more troops than all of them 3 combined. If I were either blue or orange, then I would try sending an alliance to another one to stop being enemies. And even let that person to hold multiple regions while not much even caring for myself, because as long as the conflict would be stopped, the game wouldn't be given away for the red player. With another opponent starting to get as many troops as red, or even more of them than him, he would have to start attacking that person, if he still wanted to be the strongest player. Or maybe then that opponent even considered attacking red by himself. Well, even if that opponent betrayed me and actually took me out, then at least it wouldn't been an instant win for the red player as it is now. I would know that I tried my best. And yeah, that's right guys. I'm neither orange, nor blue, nor even yellow in this game. I'm the red player himself. And with the yellow player not having a set at 4 cards, I basically have as many troops as all of them combined. If you need an exact number, I have 13 troops less, but 5 cards of the yellow player will compensate everything, and I'm not even talking about the huge attacker's advantage I'm going to have. So let's go guys. It's my time to shine, it's the show time. And with getting such a good blitz roll crushing yellow's army, I will be unstoppable. All what I need to do is to betray both of my allies and attack them as much as possible, so there is no way they would be able to retaliate. Without having any sets, they're officially dead now. So I'm taking as much stuff as I can right now to make them everything even harder. As remember guys, the more territories you have the more troops you get, so at the same time I'm not only increase the territorial bonus for myself, but I decrease the territorial bonus for them too. Since the orange player has already quit, I will give the 2nd place for blue. He was a nice ally. Well, both of them were. If you guys enjoyed watching this video and want to see even more other map gameplays other than Classic, then you can click on the other maps playlist on the top right. But if not, then feel free to check out some of my other videos as well. As remember, watching more videos will help you to progress so much faster.